Are you curious to know just what's going on here in the Twin Cities real estate market? Well, I'm Joe with Great Oak Properties, and I'm here to give you that information. There's a lot of clickbait out there, a lot of negativity, but it's not always the full truth. So stick around, we're going to give you the inside scoop on it, and at the very end, I'm going to give you some knowledge about what I really feel is going to take place here over the next 6 months to a year in the Twin Cities. All right, so what's really going on? Well, there's a lot of news out there that's going to tell you that the market is about to crash, that we're in a housing bubble and all of this. And I'm here to tell you it's really just not the case. You know, we are in a market that is driven by supply and demand right now. Currently in the Twin Cities market, we're at 0.7 months worth of supply. That means we have about 20 days worth of inventory out there. So if no other homes came on the market in 20 days, everything would be sold. Now, to put that into context, a balanced market is a market that has 6 months worth of inventory. So we have a very, very long ways to go before we're not in a seller's market. And it's going to take a long time in a buyer's market before we would actually see prices decrease. So the possibility of a crash or a bubble, all of these things, it's just not reality. We're in a seller's market. We've been in that for a very long time. Are we starting to see things get easier for buyers? Yes, we are. And that's fantastic news if you're a buyer. It basically means that you don't have to write offers that are 50, 60, 70,000 above the list price anymore to get them accepted. It means that offers with inspections are being accepted as well. So if you're a buyer, that is great news for you. Now, if you're a seller in today's market, well, it's still a seller's market. We still have very, very low inventory. Buyer demand has started to go down. And I want to give you the reason why, and it's simply interest rates. You see, interest rates started this year at a little bit over 3%, and we've now jumped all the way to 6%. Well, historically, a 6% interest rate is still a really good interest rate to get on a home. I mean, what are your credit card interest rates? You know, what are most auto loan interest rates? They're far higher than that. So a home mortgage is still a very, very good rate. And with inflation at 8.5% roughly, I'd say these numbers still make real estate a good investment. Real estate is always a good investment. It is one of the best long-term investments that you can make for yourself. Renting, there is no return on renting. When you own a home, you are actually paying off that home every single month. So, how is this going to affect the market with interest rates rising? Well, a lot of analysis are saying that rates are probably going to go up to about 7% by the end of this summer. There's a lot of people right now that are pumping the brakes saying, you know what? I want to just kind of wait and see what happens. Well, wait and see what happens is a tough thing to do, because if you're a buyer, now is the time to spring at opportunity, because there are less buyers in the market, meaning less offers, meaning offers are not going through the roof. So if you're a buyer, now is a great time to get out there and write some offers on stuff that can possibly be accepted without having to go nuts with your offer. For sellers, again, it's still a great time to sell. It is still a seller's market and is going to remain that way for a very long time. Now, into the future, 2023, they are expecting a bit of a recession to take place. How much will that affect the real estate market? Well, we don't totally know what is going to happen with that and how big of an impact it is going to have on the real estate market. We do know that as long as supply stays low, supply and demand economics are going to continue to drive prices and continue to push home prices higher. Are we going to see a crash like we saw in 2007, 2008? That's just not likely. The chances of that happening are pretty much slim to none. The reason that the market crashed that time was due to bad lending practices. Those lending practices are no longer taking place in today's market and haven't been taking place for the past 10 to 12 years. So the people that are buying homes right now are able to afford them. The people that are buying homes and have been buying homes for the past 10 years, they're able to afford them. They're credit worthy. And foreclosures, they're just not coming because people have so much equity in their home right now that even if things did start to taper off and we started to even out, and even if for some reason pricing did go down in 2023, people still have way more than enough equity to ride out any bit of a slow period in the real estate market. Real estate's cyclical, things change, things go up and down. Owning a home is one of the best long-term investments that you can make for yourself. If you have any questions about this or want any more info and want to go a little bit deeper into some of this, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help. I literally will talk your ear off about this. So give me a shout. I'd love to have a conversation, and we'll see you guys next time.